妈妈，妈妈，妈妈，妈妈，刷牙呀！哎呦，这么大声！哦，好来，你说，妈妈。
说妈妈，你说踢呀踢呀，你说踢呀踢呀踢呀，你发
去。
你就说踢呀踢呀踢呀，你就说踢呀踢呀踢呀。
躺在这里。
有没有便宜？你就说。
哦，你的牙齿还很，你这边还有食物，来。
These days, things are a really strange combination of happy and sad all at the same time. And it's somewhat overwhelming. As you guys know, we just got married recently, so that's great. But at the same time, the past few weeks of caring for Mom have been some of the hardest yet. The footage you're seeing of Mom's bedtime routine was filmed only a few weeks ago, and at the time I didn't think much of it when I was documenting it. I was thinking I would just edit and upload the video of this a few weeks down the road to give you guys a glimpse of what these difficult but beautiful times are like. But little did I realize that in just the span of these past few weeks, how much things would actually change. These days, she's no longer really able to respond to me asking her to open her mouth like this anymore, and most days, she's not able to be present anymore. She just sits there quietly these days with her eyes closed, a shell of her former joyful, beautiful self, just simply existing. Although there are still occasional moments where she's lucid, those moments are rapidly decreasing day by day, and it feels like as I try harder and harder to hold on to her as tightly as I can, there's just no stopping her slipping away like grains of sand between my fingers.
Right?
I think it's human nature to always think and assume that you still have time left. To almost ignore it to an extent because wrestling with the truth that life is fleeting and uncertain is just too difficult or depressing, so it's easier to keep ourselves busy and carry on as if the end will never come. But even now, to know the end is coming and to see it happening before my eyes, but not being able to fully accept it is just completely strange. Day to day, it feels like slow motion. Moments filled with sadness and frustration as things like feeding times and bath times crawl along at a snail's pace. But when I stop and look in the rearview mirror, I see that life has actually been flying along this whole time. I was just too busy counting individual highway markers to realize that nearly the whole journey has already passed. Even now, I'm still not able to accept just how quickly this is all happening and how quickly Mom is slipping away. And all I can do is despair over the fact that I'm not in the driver's seat and can do nothing to slow, stop, or change the ultimate destination.
Ready?
A lot of you thank me for being positive and hopeful. But truth be told, I often find myself mentally in exceedingly dark places, filled with anger and despair and hopelessness. But two things that have really helped in these times is reminding myself of her own words to me. One of the last clear conversations where she told me that even though we may not understand it, God has a beautiful plan. And the second thing still is the encouragement and support I've received from all of you, which includes comments like this that remind me that her love and legacy live on and don't end with her. That Mom's love and legacy live on in me and can continue to reach and touch others. And that is just so comforting and so helpful. So much of who we are is because of our parents. And I was reminded of this even down to caring for my teeth. Growing up, Mom and Dad had a ton of cavities, so when we were young, they always instilled in us the practice of dental hygiene, and I attribute this as the reason I have never had a cavity. In so many other ways beyond just tooth care, I wouldn't be who I am today without her. And even though it hurts me so much to think that others won't be able to experience her immense love that myself and countless friends have had the opportunity to experience, that doesn't stop me from sharing that same love by living out the values she instilled in me. It doesn't end with her, because I am who I am today because of her, and in a way, she lives on through me. So again, thank you all for the love and encouragement and support, and thank you all for sharing in this journey with me.